Good afternoon. Welcome to today's installment of Collective Konversations, our roundtable series that brings community voices, business insights, and real-world issues together, featuring guest speakers, each session inspiring growth, connection, and practical solutions for everyday life. Today, we'll let everybody introduce themselves today. I guess we'll start here on this side.
Okay. I'm Cynthia Beard. I'm glad to be here today.
Mike Searcy.
Donald Burton.
Elder Michael McRae.
I'm Christina Price with Woodforest National Bank.
There we go. Today we had Woodforest Bank branch manager, a local community advocate, and mother, Miss Christina Price. Good afternoon.
Howdy. How are y'all?
We're
Wonderful.
doing good.
If we can start off by, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself and some of the things that you have going on?
Okay. My name's Christina. I work at the local bank in the Walmart. It's called Woodforest National Bank. I'm the branch manager. I started out as just a teller, worked my way up into management. I've been with the company for about 12 years now. We do taxes in the spring for low-income, disabled customers and non-customers. So if anybody wants to come in and do taxes, get them done, we can do that. We do financial literacy in the community. I help Dawn out sometimes. I do it also at the Manor House, which is a 55 and up housing, and I do it at Wildwood as well. So if anybody ever wants to do that, we can do that too. I'm a mom. I have two boys. Dawn knows them very well.
Oh, yeah.
So I used to be the treasurer for Beckley Pride. I've worked with the Beckley Success Closet with Dr. Dumas. Trying to help with the community doing those type of things. So I'm constantly and busy trying to be.
Well, me personally, let's start off with that success closet thing, because that is something I will say I have a personal interest in, I will say. So do they have that back up and running?
It is now at the college. They are in works now of actually.
I didn't mean to.
No, you're
What
fine.
is it?
So the
What is
Beckley
it?
Success Closet started as an initiative with Dr. Dumas and Robert Dunlap, and people would come in and donate their dress clothes,
Okay.
and it would help people who are going into a
Interviews to try to
job
obtain
position. And
employment.
they were allowed to get 3 outfits per month.
Oh wow. Wow.
And it was full suits if needed, everything like that.
Okay. Dress shoes and all that too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long has that been running?
That about 4 years. But they donated all the clothes to WVU. So now WVU houses it, and they're trying to get a spot for it at the WVU.
Are they still taking
Extension.
donations and
Not that I know of.
Okay.
They're just trying to inventory. There were so
much?
many.
Oh, that's fabulous. That's fabulous.
So go ahead. So let me ask you this. So before we go that far, go back. I mean, how do you become like a bank teller? How do you, like your childhood, things like that? I mean, did you want to be a bank manager?
I was a food service manager for years.
Okay.
It was hard work. So I was part of the chamber with my food service management, and I started banking with Woodforest. They had a teller position. The manager there then asked me, she said, "You're part of the chamber, you know a lot of the community members, you would be a great asset." So I applied, and I did take a pay cut because I was in management in food service, but it was worth it because I really enjoy my position now, working with the community and everything.
Did you like the hours better, like where you have children? Like,
Yes, the hours did
Is that
help.
part of your decision?
Yes.
Okay.
It was Monday through
Right.
Friday.
Right.
I did have to work some Saturdays and Sundays, but they gave us a weekend to 2 weekends off. Food service you don't get.
Right. It's just constant.
It's constant,
Yeah.
especially in management. So, and I knew I wanted to work my way into management
Right.
with Woodforest, but they offered me classes.
Mhm.
So I only had to have a high school diploma, and they trained me
On job training.
On job training. I got to become an assistant manager.
How long did that take?
That I got denied the first time.
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah,
What happened?
there was somebody more
A little more qualified.
qualified.
Okay.
And then 6 months later, he didn't last. I reapplied, and I got the position.
Oh, great.
So, and then I've worked up into management now.
That's
Store
fabulous.
manager,
That's
so-
phenomenal. Mhm.
We have
But
really-
the food helped, right?
Oh yeah,
Cut you
food
off,
service
but-
management helped in
I mean,
learning
helped,
how to
right?
manage customers, manage employees,
People in general.
people.
The reason
Yeah.
why I ask you that is because I know sometimes, as a youth, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to work fast food.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this, right? But I mean, when you work in the management, though, up to management, you can carry it on.
Yes. My first
Another
job was
job.
McDonald's,
Okay.
and I became a manager there in the Walmart years ago in Oak Hill. So
Wow.
it was a smaller food service, but it was my very first management position. So like Dawn said, you can always work into a different management position. If it's not food service you don't want, you can work into retail,
Right.
anything like that.
But it's always that. I mean, go ahead.
Well, you sound very sharp,
Thank you.
and you sound like you really enjoy what you're doing. Can you tell us more about working as a manager? Does that satisfy you? I mean, how does that make you feel?
Where I'm in the Walmart, I get to walk around the Walmart constantly and talk to potential customers,
Mhm.
talk to just people I know because I've been in the community for a long time here in Beckley. So I get to see a lot of people. I enjoy it. I get to help the people at the Walmart. Like, if they're looking for something, I get out my app and I help them look for something. Like, so I do, we do everything there. It is something I really do enjoy.
That's so wonderful.
So I want to keep going back to your childhood. It's not that, or just growing up, but like you're very personable, right? But were you as a child or as a kid?
Yes,
growing
I
up?
didn't ever know a stranger.
So-
My mother
okay.
said.
So
I'm
that's-
very.
But
We
the way,
can tell.
so the way you're talking, it seems like, I mean, your whole life has been not only branch manager, but just the things you're doing now. But you were already training for it and didn't even really know
I
it.
didn't realize it.
Didn't
Yeah.
really know it. But that's a lot of what we talk about anyway.
I would always
I
get
mean-
in trouble at school for being the kid that talked to everybody.
Mhm.
I'd have to sit up front. Like, they'd move my desk up front because I'd always get in trouble for talking.
Right.
But don't ever let that discourage anybody, because that you can be who you want to be always.
But that draws people into you.
Yes,
That's why
it
you're
really
very personable.
does. It
And
really
it's easy to
does,
relate
yeah.
to you.
And I'm very
Yeah.
transparent
Right,
as a
right,
person and as a manager. And I think that takes a lot in industry too.
right. So I don't want to double back too far, but where we was talking about how you worked in restaurants, because I did too when I had first got my first job. And I'll be honest, that's some of the hardest work you'll ever do in life, or
Yes.
whatever. But
Yes.
I believe it builds a work ethic. Do you feel the same? That
So the people
want
that
something
I've
better.
hired
Mhm.
in my branch have been mostly food related people.
Right.
Waitresses.
Yeah.
Brandon, my assistant manager, is the only one that hasn't ever worked in food. He's he's military background,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
so it's a little bit different. But they make the best personable
People,
people
they do.
because they've worked with people. They understand.
Mhm. It's
And-
high demand, high pace. Yeah.
Yes, and it's nonstop.
Right.
So you do the hiring for
Yes.
your company
Yes,
In
for,
your-
for,
in
in
your-
my branch.
at
And
your
I
branch?
also do the second interview here in West Virginia for any other branch managers.
Are y'all hiring currently? Sorry.
Only we're hiring in Hurricane and in Somersville.
What are
We
you
have
looking
open
for?
teller positions.
What are you looking for in a teller?
Oh, in a teller, somebody that's very personable, somebody who's not afraid to sell,
Mm-hmm.
because you still have to sell and meet your sales goals.
Right. Are you looking for experience?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It doesn't. We can train you. Sometimes those are the best employees because you train them however you want them to be trained.
Are there any traits being the interviewer that just like stand out to you, typically when given an interview?
Somebody who is apt to talk to me.
Right.
So many interviews are just cut and dry and quiet.
Yeah.
I ask the questions, they do a simple answer, and that's it. So if they elaborate more, it helps the manager hire them and understand where they're coming from.
But you're a talker though. But if you're not, then it's like, man, he ran his mouth the whole time.
I mean, that's
So it's
true.
like,
But it helps the manager get to know the person if they're able to open up a little bit. I know that is hard for kids though.
And of course, that's why.
You
But
know.
yeah, it is hard for kids sometimes. Because they don't know. Really.
Yes.
They're going
I have
in
a
there
son
kinda,
that's very hard for him to open up.
right. So they kind of, afraid of,
yeah.
doing the wrong thing,
Yeah.
doing an interview. But
What about the counterpart? Right? Is there any like things, traits, or movements that are bad that stick out to you?
I think when an interview is constantly about that person and not about their experience.
Fair. Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, like
Like
pertaining to like examples. and,
Yes,
like,
because we have to
situations.
do examples when I ask. Like, have you ever got in an argument with somebody you worked with, and how did that end up? You know, so those are questions you have to think about in an interview that are harder questions. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I didn't even think about that. You know,
I
so
think a good example to have that like
yeah.
shows you being a good individual.
Yeah, with it too. And like what you're open to in that when there's headbutting that happens in the workplace, because it does.
So you grew up around here?
Yeah,
or?
I grew up in Fayetteville.
Fayetteville.
My parents have a 64-acre farm that way. So.
Fayetteville, okay.
Wow.
Okay, oh wow, I didn't know that.
I grew up hunting and all that.
Oh really? So
Yeah.
you didn't know that?
So you good with a gun?
So do you miss that life though? Do you miss that type of
yes.
life?
I do. I mean, we had 2 gardens growing up at an acre each.
Oh wow.
One was just potatoes that we had to dig up in the fall.
Y'all still got some vegetables in
A
the
little
ground?
bit. Mom and Dad have a little
So
bit.
this
Definitely.
banking definitely isn't farming.
It's definitely not
Right.
farming.
I mean,
But
so-
I grew up on a farm.
Wow.
But that helped with my work ethic, I think.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like I used to throw bales of hay in the summer, starting at 11 years old. We all had to get out and do that.
Right.
I mean, we were taught hard work.
Right.
And I got my first job at 15 at the Dairy Queen. Very first ever job. So while I was in school.
Right.
Yeah, that's good.
So, I mean, in Fayetteville.
But I know that bank work is very, very strenuous. And dealing with security, I mean, you know, that's got to be a pretty hard part. You know what I'm saying? Of your job work.
Yes.
Dealing with, you know, how you
I've had to
lock
call-
things down.
I've had to call our risk department on customers previously.
Right, on a customer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
What type of situation would want that?
It was a hold on a check.
Oh, okay.
And they wanted their money, but I can't release a check if it's a certain amount.
Okay.
So we have to wait until it's fully accrued.
Do customers get a little irate sometimes?
Sometimes it is a high demand
Absolutely.
stressful position. So
Okay.
customers do get a little irate sometimes. But you have that in every job.
Right.
Yes. You just have to try to turn around and make it the best for that
Right.
customer, and that's why I said I'm very transparent, because I really do explain to them
Right.
the
What's going on.
situation of
Yeah.
the bank. I really try to.
And that's a good thing, because sometimes people just be like, nah, well, it's a hold, or
And that's
they don't really explain it. So then the customer's mad, like, okay, why are you holding on to my money?
So
You know what
I
I'm saying?
really sit
Yeah.
down and try to explain
Communication
to
is
them. Yes,
key.
that's
Yes,
the biggest
especially when
key.
you're dealing with people's money.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
also dealing with young adults. You know, coming out of school, and they putting their money in your bank account, and they have to wait before they can get any transactions. How do you explain that to them? Because they worry, they don't know. I mean, you
Well,
know.
I just have to tell them, if you do not have those funds and it's a large check,
Mhm.
your bank account should have the equal amounts to match it.
Right.
And if they don't, we have to hold it. I mean, that's just our policy. So if it's a large, now if it's a regular payroll check, and it's like some of the coal miners make big checks, we let them go through because we always see them. So.
To branch off from what he was saying, when it comes to young people that's just starting out in life, what are 3 top pieces of advice financially that you would give to a young person that maybe just turned 18?
Learn about credit,
Okay.
because that's one of the number one things that you're
Like how it
going to
works.
need
Right.
in life here.
Mm-hmm.
Really. You also need to know how to write checks, how to balance a checkbook.
Right. Is that something you find like now with this generation? Because like people don't write checks anymore.
This generation does not write checks, and they do not know how to do a signature because
Right.
they stopped doing cursive
Right.
Yeah.
at a certain age. So I try to tell the 18-year-olds, learn a signature for yourself, because
Right.
anybody can print your name
Mhm.
and it look almost identical.
Right.
So I try to tell them, just learn a,
Customer.
Right.
loop or something
Yeah,
on your
right.
name to make it your own.
A distinctive
A
signature.
very distinctive signature, because
Right.
a lot of them don't know how to write cursive, because we did stop that in
Right.
school systems. They're bringing it back, but
Yeah. My
And
son's
then
in
the-
second grade.
and then
He
the
said they're
third
gonna start
one
on it.
would be
Teach it at
to understand your finance. Like, start your 401k, start your savings as soon as you can.
Could you go into a little bit more about what 401k is for people that may not really be
So
sure?
it's a retirement account.
Okay.
You can start it with $500 and you put it in an IRA, which is like a CD, which is the savings account for a certain amount of time, a specific set amount of years. I recommend they pay into it every year, a certain amount, whether it be monthly, whether it be quarterly.
Are you able to pull from that if needed?
You're able to pull from that, but the government does tax you.
Is it a tax or like more like being penalized?
It's penalized.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but they will also tax you at the end of the year.
Oh, okay.
For pulling your income like that. But if it sits in the bank, they do not tax you.
Is there a set amount how much you can pull, versus also how much you've invested?
Normally you can close it if needed.
Oh, okay.
So it just depends on the stipulations also with your job, because sometimes your job does not allow you to take from your 401k.
Right, because it also depends on how things are set up with the company you're working for.
That's
okay.
Exactly.
So you kind of got to be informed
now, if
about those
you start your
details.
own, it's a little different. You can pull it yourself. So then you would put it in.
So that would be something you could start with the bank. Like you don't have to start that with your employer. You could just come in with the bank.
You could start your own IRA with the bank.
I did not know that.
Individual retirement account.
Oh wow.
So how do they get to these answers? Because if they don't, I mean, who do they go to in the bank to find out about these answers?
My whole team knows.
So they can just go to any teller and ask the questions that.
Yes, and we can give them the answers and help them. We can sit down with them. I always recommend that.
You said sit down with them? You mean they have time?
If they have time.
So let's go this way. So let's talk about this. So what we're talking about is financial literacy, right? That's what we're talking about. Now tell me the programs you have, right, in place. And plus that we've used, even with Donachie, when you came in and talked to us. Tell us about that, because here's the thing. A lot of things we're talking about, 401k, stuff like that.
People don't even know what it is.
But tell us a little bit about that and then how they can get, gain access to those things.
We offer financial literacy classes through the bank. It's free. Woodforest does offer a 6-week course of their own that is backed by the IRS. And the FDIC. It's called the Family Promise. It's a 6-week course, and at the end they get a certificate. We also do weekly classes, whoever wants to call and set up. We have classes from the IRS. Examples are managing debt, using a credit card, your spending and savings plan. We did one with Dawn that was 6 years old to 12 years old, which was the funnest time I've had with kids.
We did
doing
financial
literacy. So that's awesome. If we start younger, it will be much easier for our kids.
Because they're not teaching it in school.
Because they do not learn it in school.
Absolutely.
But anytime anybody wants to do financial literacy, they can call, stop by the bank, and we'll set up a time to do it.
That'd be great. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the easiest thing.
One of the things that me and you talked about, even when we started to do the classes, was even though you might have an adult sitting in front of you, we still had to make sure that they understood. Exactly, understood it. So, because it's easy to say, I'm, certain age.
Because we have different age groups in the testing.
Right.
So, not the testing, but the financial literacy. So there's age groups for like under 10.
Right.
10 and under. And then I have some that are for teenagers. And then I have some for college. And then I have them for older adults even. So 55 and up.
Right.
So now we talk, when we can go back to financial literacy, but now I'm going to talk to you about this. I'm in your bank now. I really don't know anything about what you're saying about financial literacy. How are you going to get me up to speed real quick? Because I'm getting ready to go off. I'm getting ready to get mad. You know what I'm saying? Because you got my, you're saying these words to me that I don't really understand. I don't understand that. You know what I mean? And all I know is you got my money. Can't get it. You know what I mean? So that's what, you know what I mean? But it will calm this down a lot. I mean,
I sit the customer down with me. And I explain to them.
And I've seen you in action do that. You know what I mean? And that takes that's why I said it takes a special person to do that. It really does. We think that, especially because you're in the heart of the places you work. I ain't gonna say where it is, but you're in the heart of, Woodforest basically, and everybody's in there, and I mean, it's all walks of life through there. But sometimes they don't know.
A lot of them don't understand.
I mean, and instead of just sitting down and they, like I said, we ain't got time to go through this class right now.
Right. So I do a quick inversion. I go over it with them and I explain to them why. I mean, I'll tell them if you don't have $70K in your account, I'm not allowed to release it, but I can release $5,000 or $6,000 of it.
So that kind of helps.
So I can suffice.
That kind of helps.
Those type of things.
You've done that to me before. but Because at the time I was just learning about this stuff,
right.
and you explained it to me. So, but the way you explained it, I mean, I probably knew
I try to
I
get
needed
it
all
always
of it
in
that day,
natural
but I couldn't
layman's
I needed if I could get. I'm like, how you
Right.
do this? And you explained it to me. But really, at a time where I was, I really, like I said, I was new at it, and I didn't really know. But you really did kind of help me kind of get that, down, because I didn't know, kind of calm me down. I wasn't upset, but I was more. It was a lot of payroll stuff. It was a lot of different things like that.
Especially
Right.
with you invoice things too.
Exactly. So
Little
that's
different.
but and it is though. But that's on me on a bigger scale. But sometimes even on a smaller scale, if somebody does a paycheck
Yeah.
and they
I've
got to
sat
pay
down
you
with
the
some of
light
our
bill.
customers from
Right.
the Wildwood House, and I will do the envelope system. That is something that not a lot
See,
of people use
that's it.
anymore.
Right.
And I think,
But the older generation,
Right.
some of them still do, and they'll come in with their envelopes. This is for gas. This is for
Right.
this bill. This is for, and I'll sit down with them and we get their money out and separate it like that for them.
and I think that's a good thing, and it has to be done that way because people don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
some
they
people don't know. I mean, like you said, it's not in schools,
Right. It's not.
so they don't learn financial literacy in schools anymore. Like we used to learn how to at least write a checkbook and
Right.
and how to balance
Right,
it.
and this is one of those things. I mean, you're right, but we're here.
Yeah.
I mean, we're here to do it. We're here to help. I mean, like I said, well, we do have a financial literacy class that you and Mike have,
Yeah.
kind of taught. We tweaked it to where we had to
It
tweak it
helps
to
with the
right
helps
because
be
it'd be
more
interactive.
interactive.
We played the game spent. You know what I
The
mean?
games are fun with the
We played the
kids.
game
Right.
spent.
Make it
which,
fun to learn.
that was a good game, but we play online.
The game with the
The Uber
Uber
driver,
game, I think that
driver,
was
that's
great.
fine.
because they have to come up with $1,000 by the end of the week
Right,
to
they
pay
do.
certain
Am I gonna
bills.
go? Yes,
Right,
I'm gonna go
right.
out of town to
Yeah.
get it, or if I stay in town to get it done. You're right. I mean that, but I've seen it on the outside because of course I didn't teach it, but I seen both of you teach it, and I seen the kids were interactive about it. You know what I mean? And then you probably seen some of them even in the bank.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
see a lot
I
of
mean?
them in
And
the
that, I mean, so it's it's very good.
I would even say on my side for like life skills lessons, like every time I go and bring some of my consumers by just
Well,
so they
that's-
can have a
yeah.
conversation with her.
And that's
Right.
good. I
Spread that
encourage them
knowledge,
to anytime. So,
Mm-hmm.
And that
I'm gonna have to do that too.
but it's good. It's
Good
a
idea.
thing,
Good idea.
yes.
Yeah.
We can sit down and do a mock. Ask questions about what you would
Right.
ask as a manager if you were in an interview, that type of thing. Mike's brought people with him too.
That's great. So,
So when you say financial literacy, right? It makes it, if you're dealing with a customer and you say, well, we have a financial literacy class. They say, well, are you saying that I'm not smart? I mean,
Yeah,
just a scenario. You know what I'm
So I don't offer it like that a lot of times.
saying? Okay.
I just tell them we can sit down and go over some things to help them understand their banking a little bit better.
Good.
right.
So, and then I'll print out whatever, if it's about credit that they're confused about, we'll talk about credit. If it's budgeting, we'll do the budgeting section if they want to sit down and do it. If they have time, like you
Right,
said.
of course.
Sometimes they don't have time. People are a lot of times
Everybody's on the run.
on the run, and I'll still print out the pay. I have them ready, and I'll hand them to them and kind of go over the gist of it with them if they don't have time. So,
Okay. What are some of the things that you think that people do to mismanage their finances, and what are some ways that they can avoid making like financial mistakes?
fast food.
Mm.
I mean, I'm guilty of the same thing.
Right. We all are.
But food, fast food, things like that.
I'm not gonna listen to you.
Why? Because it's the truth.
Oh, you didn't say DoorDash.
Right.
though.
No, DoorDash is even
That's
more
even
worse.
worse.
Yeah.
Bigger ways.
Oh, my bad.
Yes, it's even more money.
Right.
Taken out.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
But I can itemize people's
Right.
bank accounts and see how many times they order DoorDash or how many times they.
And how much
I
is
had
really
the
coming
problem
out?
years ago
Yeah.
with Starbucks.
Uh-huh.
$200 was coming out of my account a month in Starbucks because I was getting it every morning
For coffee?
for coffee.
Girl.
And you knew that.
Mhm.
Well, I didn't realize it
Oh, okay.
until I itemized my statement for the month and was like, why am I short money? Well, that's
Right.
why.
And y'all got a
Because
coffee maker in there now?
Now we have an espresso machine.
Right there.
But it was cheaper for me to buy the espresso machine.
Right.
put
And
it in
just
the
do it that
branch,
way.
And do it that way.
Yeah, that's good.
So, I mean, that's really what.
Any way to cut costs.
Yes, because I think fast food is the biggest thing.
What's something else you think that people are
And-
just mismanaging their money on?
Gambling.
Well, it's definitely a problem. It's prevalent
It's
here.
a problem in West Virginia.
Yeah,
big
it is.
time.
It really is.
Oh,
I
no,
mean,
little gambling
mhm.
spots.
The little gambling spots,
Right.
they can now do it on their phone.
Oh yeah, that's the
I
big
mean,
thing.
and it's
Parlays
a true
down.
addiction. So
But I think
put
And
the
you're
park
right.
down.
I'm not pushing back on that, but a lot of it, those places would sit there and nobody goes in them. So it's not really.
No.
You understand? I'm
Yeah.
not saying that. I mean, there's a lot of other shops around here too. I'm not going to say the names of them, but all I'm saying is, but we have to do different activities
Right.
as well.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
but some people, that's what they do. I mean, that's you know, I mean,
But
some
if you
people
don't,
shop.
I'm just
you
telling
live
people don't
somewhere
start.
Where, you work somewhere. You're right.
If you
So,
ain't started,
right.
don't get
Yes.
started.
You work somewhere where they probably,
Oh yeah,
you
it's
probably see
easy
a lot
for
of
me
shoppers.
to. It's easy
They're
for
probably-
me to go in the Walmart any day and get whatever I want.
Right.
If it's something I don't need,
Right.
I can
that's-
still go and get
see
it.
So
It's just
I think a
there.
lot of it's activity.
It's-
based.
yes.
I think we got to go back. That's going back to the farm, right?
Going back to
Go back
being
to the
outside and doing
exactly
things
what you just
right.
said. I mean, having
in your
fun
community,
in that way.
having fun like
in that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a good thing as well.
That's
get
very
down.
true.
I mean, but it is. It's a bit, but like our age is like phone, tablet. I mean, it's me
It's
too. I mean, don't get me
constant.
wrong. I get it.
Electronics.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of times. A lot of
Really
times it
is.
is that. You know what I mean? It is those things. But you're right. So kind of replacing it more than
Yes.
anything. Kind of replacing that habit of doing the the gambling
that,
or
yeah.
those things. Right. I mean, those things would be getting out there, and that's but you do that too. You get out in the that's not,
Yes,
that's what the
yeah.
clothes closet, right?
Yeah.
Is that what
I helped with the. There's a new hiking trail coming in on Piney View
Okay.
with WVU Extension.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
know that.
coming down Lanark Hill on the right.
Oh, really?
That trail is going to go into the trail that is out at the soccer field.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
nice.
Huh?
It's got bought out. It's the New River Land Trust or something like that
Wow.
bought it.
Oh, wow.
So now it's all the preserve or whatever.
And then
now
so
they're
then
making the
if you
hiking.
keep walking,
Yeah.
you'll end up at the soccer field.
Yeah.
Have to try it. I'm gonna have to try it. Have the hike.
So
I mean, you gotta go down and back up.
I'm gonna
I was
have
gonna
the
say,
hike.
I was gonna say, that's not hills that way.
Girl, I've been doing like 3 hour hikes.
But it is
it's
good.
gonna be like a 3 to 5 hour hike.
I've
Yeah,
got
they
But it is good though,
Yeah.
man. You get that, you exercise. So like you said, for get out there and do different
and just
things.
do different
Do different things. I think is there a place where we can find some of that? Because if you wasn't here, I wouldn't even know that. About the hiking trail or anything.
It's just I'm a part of the Raleigh County community on Facebook,
Okay, so there you go.
and I just
So,
try to look at things
well,
like that.
that's good. I mean, I think that's but
Constantly.
that's what
And I can be in the community because
Right.
I enjoy being in the community.
right. So
doing
that's what it
stuff.
takes. I mean,
So,
you're right. That's what it
share
takes.
the resources, right?
yeah,
I mean, that's what it takes. I mean, and that's it. And you send them to us. If you know anything, let us know. Whatever.
I definitely. do.
But let us know. We'll put it out there because I mean it takes that. You know what I mean?
It really
like you said,
does.
community and to get other activities going as well. I mean, there's a lot of different trunk or treats coming up.
But we have one at the Walmarts. I'm in charge of it.
So are you?
It's on the 28th.
28,
I thought is
6
that
to
Sam's?
8.
Is that Sam's?
No.
Or
6
Is
days.
it
Sam's is 1 to 4.
I guess.
Yeah, Sam's is 1 to 4. 6 to 8. Okay.
So 6 to 8 is
6
on a
to 8?
Tuesday. Yeah.
It's inside of where's it
No,
at?
we're doing it out in the parking lot.
Okay.
We're
We're also
Were they
gonna
gonna
have.
make on a section off like?
Yeah, we're
area
gonna
and stuff?
section off the whole area.
All right, was you the sign up person or what?
Yeah.
All right, well, we sign us
Okay,
up.
I got you.
We already be up, but can we got somewhere
I got
to stay?
you.
Because
Yeah,
we'll
we
be
got
at
set
Sam's
up.
at 1 to 4.
Oh, and then you can just move down.
Yeah, move down.
Yeah.
So is
Oh,
it
that's
gonna
good.
get out and walk around
Yeah,
type of
they have a
thing?
lot.
Yeah, it's a get out and walk around.
So we got a lot of candy. We got a lot more to
We're
get.
gonna
but
have food trucks. We're gonna have if they want to eat. There's gonna be a whole
that's
food
great.
truck
Oh, wow.
That's
section,
great.
and then there's gonna be like the fire department.
See, I didn't
a
see
bunch
that
of
on
the
there. Though. I didn't see it on there. That's what I'm saying. But I know it's kind of early,
Well, it is kind of not early.
but I know.
I
didn't
have
see it
signs
on
up at the Walmart.
Good.
As well, and I've been talking to everybody in the plaza trying to see what businesses want to help.
Yeah, we'll have.
Is it usually a big
we like
turnout?
to-
Or whatever? Have y'all done this?
So last year they did it on a whim. The store manager did, trying to help, and he got the
Right.
fire department.
Good.
They had to close it early because so many kids showed up.
Wow.
Not early, but like
Wow.
you know what I mean. They had to stop
Too many
Yeah,
children.
because there were so many kids.
Yeah.
Because people are doing trunk or treats, I think,
Yeah,
more
the
than
safer
going home to
kind of
home.
route.
But I think
Yeah.
it's good. I mean, we did it last year. We had a
No,
great
it's a
time.
great-
we did
yeah,
we did
it's
different
fun.
places. So we had a great time. We really did.
Oh, see, I was Scooby Doo. I was.
Well, we was too. I was, we had a bunch of
Yeah,
different.
I can see it.
We had a bunch of different ones. We had a bunch of different ones we did. But like I said, and that's not really my thing. But it's not about that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The
It really
kids
is. You
enjoy it
start
a
to
whole
see it,
lot,
right?
too,
Of course
so,
it
and
is.
the
I mean, you see them
families.
light up, and it really is kind of fun for them. And adults too. I mean, they get into it as well.
A lot of adults getting
Right, right, yeah. More so
My
than some
assistant
kids.
manager.
Oh, really? I wouldn't think that. But
He's Gandalf,
oh,
the wizard. I mean, he has the whole hat, the whole
Really?
beard,
Everything.
staff.
I don't know who that is. But.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the
Oh,
Rings.
okay.
Or the,
Is that
I think
right?
it's Gandalf. Is that his name? I think that's who he is. Lord
I
of the
think it
Rings,
was, yeah. See,
Y'all lost me on that.
But like I said, and so you like you're part of the community.
I enjoy it very much.
A lot,
It's one of
right?
my favorite things.
Right, and at the closed closet, you met a lot of people,
Oh, yes.
right? Who did a lot of things. So you were involved with us moving to tech, right?
Yeah.
You were involved, which a lot of because I don't. How does that advertise a lot?
I guess they're still trying to get a handle on all the
Okay,
clothes.
that's fine. Oh, really? Still.
And
Did
So
they
it
get
was a lot.
volunteers?
No.
I was overwhelmed.
Did they
That
volunteers?
was-
for sure. Too many
They have the students volunteer.
Oh, okay, great.
So that's good. So
Do they
get their
obtain, like,
volunteer
extra
hours,
credit and
yeah,
stuff?
and
Right.
stuff like that. But there were so many clothes. I mean, I don't even know how many bags of
Yeah.
clothes we
I think
Did
it's
got.
it become successful? Was it?
Oh yeah,
Was it-
every
was it
weekend we had people come in and needed clothes, or somebody from another agency would call me and we would set up a time for them to come in. If they couldn't come in on the weekend, I would meet them after work or during work. And I'd go out and,
Sounds phenomenal.
it was an awesome program.
That sounds really good.
I mean, it does. I mean, it's because it's a need for it.
Yeah, it
Um,
really
it
is. I
definitely
mean,
is.
Right.
when I went from food service into just working at Woodforest, my whole attire had to change.
Right, absolutely. Yeah.
So I had to get dress clothes, and there
Mhm.
wasn't the closet then, so I
So
had
that's
to pay for them.
and it's expensive.
It
Yeah,
was very
it is
expensive.
trying to buy
And you're
dress
already
clothes.
I took a pay cut to take
right,
the job,
right.
but at the time.
But now
I
you
think
got
good
open
then.
programs.
You ain't not there. You ain't saying that. Yeah, you ain't cutting it down. I mean, that was then.
But it was then, you know.
Okay, but
so-
sometimes don't we have to do that though?
yeah,
At times,
Because
I mean, you had
I
to
now-
step out on your faith, right? On
Yeah.
faith, right, in
Yeah.
order to do that.
to do it.
Because it's like, man, I don't, you don't need you. I don't
It
know
was
if I-
hard. It
Of
was
course it
very
is.
hard
I think it
to.
is.
What was like in those times? What was the thought process behind that? Because you kind of said multiple jobs that you worked at, where at all of them you basically worked your way up to a management position. And for a lot of people, whenever they get to that management position, there's not really that thought in that mind. All right, let's keep on working up. You know, this is my position.
Right.
You're doing good now. You know, like what was that thought process of let's transfer to something?
What? So I knew I did not want to be in food service when I got old. That's the truth.
Right.
It's just too hard on the body.
It's too hard on the
It
body.
is. Mhm.
It's nonstop work.
Yeah.
I was starting my work day at 4 a.m,
Oh wow.
and it didn't end until 3 p.m.
Mm.
So it was a very hard job.
Yeah.
Taking banking, yes, it's a different mental strain, but it's not as hard on my body.
Right.
So that was, even though I took the pay cut, I knew eventually I wanted to work into management because I had always worked into management, like you
Right.
said. So that was always going to be even if I had to move in West Virginia, I was going to work into management somewhere.
But that sounds like a mindset, though.
You,
I mean, you had to
you
have,
have to have that
you had to have that mindset to think, to go. I mean,
that you want to move forward
Yeah,
in your position.
right.
Some people are comfortable in their position.
Right.
I mean, which is
Yeah.
fine too.
But
you
you
know.
know what happens when that, when you become complacent. I mean, it really does.
No,
I mean,
when you
there's
become
things-
complacent
Yeah,
though,
then
right.
things to move, and then
Yeah.
you can't. You know what I mean? And it's something. Which I was somewhere yesterday, and the guy that was helping us, I listened to him. You know what I mean? And he was missions counselor, whatever. I listened to him, but then he had been out of school so long, and I was wondering. You know what I mean? Right. Well, he did. I mean, the thing was, I was surprised because when you got in that.
you got to keep upkeep of your knowledge
Right.
of it.
So
yeah.
so real quick, and then we go down some other things. Where do you go next as far as with banking? Because I mean, I know you work at Woodforest, and you're gonna stay there for as long as you want to stay there, or as long as they have
I'm
you.
not 12 years in. I
Right,
want to
but
retire.
there's other-
I can't.
But me and you have spoke about. I mean, off the record, spoke about other opportunities. Now, that doesn't mean you was trying to leave, but I'm just
Right.
saying that's
Just for
quite
me,
a resume
yeah.
to have. I don't care what name. I mean, that's quite a resume. I mean, all
My
the things
dream,
you did.
though, my
Right.
dream is to have a food truck. It has nothing to do with banking.
Mm.
Really?
yeah,
Not back to food.
I'm like, you went on the
Christina.
road. You know,
That's my
is that why- is that why you-
Really?
that's really my dream.
Wow.
on that trail,
Because-
on the trail.
Yeah.
No, but
Because
no,
I
but-
always enjoy cooking.
So
Cooking
it's
is
kind of therapeutic for
love
Really?
No, that is
So-
right.
You didn't mention it though. you didn't mention anything. We went to your childhood. Did you,
But talking
did you
like-
just learn how to cook?
No, I've been learning how to cook.
Okay, see that.
My grandma taught me how to
There
cook.
we go.
And my
See,
great
there we
grandma.
go.
Well, he's
Yeah.
a cooker too, so.
He's a cook.
There we go. But that's so recipes. All
Yeah,
those
I
things.
have my great grandma's recipe book still.
And
in
it
my
never,
house.
it never leaves you. See,
No.
and I think, I know, and we've dealt with it. I mean, Mike, look, definitely, personally dealt with, a lot of loss, right? But it's like those things, like when your
Yeah.
face lit up, right?
Mhm.
About your grandmother and things like that, they never leave.
No,
You know what I
I'll
mean? They
always
never
have
leave. That's
that.
the thing, you know what I mean? We focus on the moment, I get it, but those are the things we'll never,
Yeah.
and that's for me, to think about that. My grandmother, I ain't gonna say she wasn't all that good of a cook, but she was, but guess what though? But she put her heart in whatever
And that's
she cooked.
what.
And that's one thing I
Yeah.
remember about her.
Yeah.
She did. I still put too much salad dressing on my salad
Because that's what you like.
right, but that's what she ate. That's what she ate.
Yeah.
So that's how I eat it. You know what I mean?
I
it's
still
but
eat
those,
macaroni with stewed tomatoes,
wow.
which
Wow.
is an old timey
But
thing.
see, I didn't.
But I grew up on
Really?
macaroni with stewed tomatoes when I was little.
So what? So since you're in your food truck now, we got you in your food truck. Now, what are you serving?
That's gonna be my retirement.
So what are you serving
my
inside
food
this?
truck.
So what are you serving inside this food truck? Tell me that. Tell me what.
What's the menu?
What's the menu?
The menu could be anything for that day because I cook Mexican, African, Thai,
Oh, okay.
Chinese.
That would be cool. Like, let's say, like you had chose a day, like each
No,
you know,
bacon and
each day had a certain thing. That would
Well, how would you be bold enough to go to those places? The reason I'm not asking because that's
I make them at home.
right.
That type of food I
But she
make at
carries
home.
a gun, don't?
Who's trying?
I don't know. You would try it.
I'm just saying, but no, what I mean by that is, that's bold to go in all those different types of areas of the world and cook. Because these people
Because you know why I want to do that? Because that's what my son's always wanted to do too.
I knew that. I knew
he
that.
loves
I knew
foods
that.
from the world.
I knew that. for
So
sure.
we've always cooked foods from
From
different
around the
areas.
Wow. That's great
in my
too.
home.
We
right.
did.
Add some culture.
I remember we doing it in elementary school. It was a cool thing. I didn't really like some of the food, and I've never eaten it again. But I did like that at the time. I did.
Because you're going to have people that are going to try it.
That's it. We went somewhere.
Whether they like
we
it
went
or
somewhere
not, they're
every
gonna
Friday.
try
We
it.
went somewhere else every Friday.
Yeah. So I think it would be something really, really cool.
Teaching. We teach cooking as well. Somewhat. Through life skills. But I just didn't.
And then the people would learn about the culture of that area too,
Right.
by eating their food.
That's it.
And so the
That's it.
traditions that
And
come
yeah,
with
the
making certain
different-
foods.
yeah.
And I think
And
it's a
I
good
really
thing as
think
well.
that's a awesome thing.
Right. Because we getting it. We get a lot. Mike, he likes this one Mexican food truck.
Oh yeah.
Tacos de Marco.
They gonna get my money then.
That's how they make my tacos at home.
I'm like,
gonna get
no,
mine.
I was looking
That's
one
where I
day.
get my
We
tacos.
wasn't even here. We was in Princeton.
We was
or
in
something.
Princeton.
Oh,
Yeah,
if
we
you go
was
to
in Princeton.
Princeton, they have
Yeah, we was in
yeah.
Princeton. That movie was like, we going to a little beat up.
It's good.
But they got a new
It's
truck
so
now.
good.
They got a new
Oh,
truck
see,
now.
well, they must be business must be good. See, but that's the thing. So okay, now, so that's your future goal for when you retire.
Once I retire.
Okay, but what about now? What about where?
Now, I just enjoy. I do not plan to move up into regional management. That is
Okay,
not
that
something
Because
that
that
I
would
want.
involve traveling.
Yes,
wouldn't it?
and that's not something that I really want to do. I enjoy being the manager. I enjoy staying in the community, doing those type of things with people.
But okay, but there's
You don't
also
get to do things with people as the.
maybe not the regional, but like investments and stuff like
No,
that as well.
yes.
So that right? So is that you looking at that?
You have to go to Texas to do the big investment. Thing.
But okay.
But I have looked into it.
Okay, well there you go. And that doesn't mean I'm sure.
I just didn't want to move to Texas. That's my thing.
Well, that's it.
I like West Virginia. So.
And that's good. And then, like I said, I think Woodforest. I think they're they should be thankful they have you, right? But that's the thing. Like I said, for your ceiling may be bigger, and that's not me in your business trying to tell you,
No,
but it
I
may be.
understand
And
that.
we've never spoke about that, but your knowledge sometimes can be kind of tempered because and that's something you have to. Just like in
Deal
the food
with,
place,
I know.
right?
I know.
That's something you have to do. But I know, nobody's doing that job in there like that. I'm just telling you, they're not. I've seen you from afar, even in their shop, and I'm like, I can't do that. I mean, because, it's real high pace, right? You know what I mean? I mean, we do it here, don't get me wrong, but it's not, you know what I mean? It's not like that. We're dealing with money. People on the edge, like, like that, you know what I mean?
First of the month is the hardest time.
And then that not being funny, but you're after the cash register. You know what I mean?
We're after all that,
so they've already
spent their money.
Now they seeing why. You know what I mean? Really, so I'm like, man, I don't know if I could, but it seems like your personality rubs off on all your staff. It really does, because when you go in there, they speak, and you know what I mean. They always, even then sometimes you know how it is. You're in the middle of the place.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you ain't ready. It ain't your day. It ain't your day to be. And that's it. But they always nice to me. And that's a credit to you and themselves too.
I have a good staff. We have one of the oldest tenured staffs in West Virginia.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Those are good
our
things.
turnover is high a lot of times in
I'm
banking.
sure it is. I'm sure
because it is a stressful position.
Right.
But I have had my newest employee is 3 years. She's had 3 years in.
Right.
So that's a low turnover rate.
Yeah.
I'm
It
gonna
is
be honest.
crazy.
I think you're the reason.
Oh,
To have really, you're very personable. You know what I'm saying? You have
we're like a family.
There you go.
At the
You
bank.
build a family, and then
because
that's why
we're
they
around
stay.
each other more than we are around our family a lot of times.
And I've worked for bosses like that, and that's what I liked about it. You know what I mean? It wasn't
It wasn't
a job.
a job.
It really
It's
wasn't.
not the
It
job.
really-
You make it work.
It
You
really
make it
wasn't.
work. You make it work seem like not work.
Well, it's fun.
When I work, I enjoy my job.
Because they'll even say, "You guys, we can hear y'all laughing back in the back in the deli, back
That's
in the
good.
milk." And I'm like, "Well, you gotta have fun at the job.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
even if you're not having a good day, you gotta still have
Yeah,
fun."
that's it.
So
And that's
no
a
matter
good
what.
stress management.
So what would you do? Just a quick question. If you've been at this business for such a long time, and you have great customers that come in there to put their money in your bank, what would you do if a customer comes in and they are dissatisfied, being with your company for a long time, but they are now dissatisfied with your bank? How would you think? How would you try to go about settling them, saying, "Look, you're going the wrong way. I mean, what can we do?"
I would just have to sit down with them and ask them what we are doing wrong in their eyes, and what we could do better to assist them. Like what do you want from the banking? What do you want from us as a team? And that's really what I would ask.
What
I have
what
before.
could y'all do more?
Yes, what can we do more, or what can we do better to assist you with your banking? Because some people aren't happy with it. And I've had to close accounts before.
So when you say that, so that means I was disgruntled on Monday, right?
Right.
I'm going to a new bank. I forget y'all. I'm not,
And I've had people come back.
Exactly. So
open accounts again.
that's the time, right? Right. That's the time. That's the time. That's what I said. It could go. It could go either way.
Yeah, it always
right?
can.
I mean, it could go either way when it comes to that. And that's we talked a little bit off air, and we don't get into about the safety part of it,
Right.
but that's
The security issues.
But the security issues there is.
And security issues changed a lot after COVID.
Right.
It made
right.
things in banking change tremendously.
Contact.
Well, before you couldn't go into a bank with a mask on
Right.
at all.
Right.
Yeah.
COVID
Right,
hit,
right,
and now
yeah,
you
you're
can come in with a mask on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's certain things that have just changed.
Have you ever been robbed?
Not at this one.
Okay.
No, Woodforest have been robbed before.
Oh,
Even
really?
though they are in the Walmart, they have
Well,
been robbed.
when people are desperate, I mean, they might do
Yeah.
anything.
So,
Yeah.
but we do get alert, like if another bank is robbed in
That's
the
good.
area,
That's good.
we get alerted of it as soon
Yeah,
as
y'all
it
do.
happens.
Woodforest.
Even if it's not Woodforest.
That's good.
Yeah,
Every
take safety
time,
protocol
yeah, then we
after.
have safety
Okay.
protocol for that day, that potential
So that's
week.
good because that's a good community
Yeah.
thing for.
I mean, that's a really good thing when that happens.
Can you speak on two things? One, just like some of the accounts that you have available at the bank, and then also why Woodforest Bank is known as the blue collar bank.
Well, we're the blue collar bank. We started in 1980. Woodforest, yes, used to be the year. Woodforest used to be open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Oh, wow.
And that's how we started in Texas for the guys to come off the ships that worked on the oil rigs.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to come in and open accounts at 2 a.m. if they needed to. Because they only came in for a set amount of hours when banks were closed.
And they had to go back out.
And then they had to go back out.
Mm-hmm.
So our CEO said, we're going to stay open at certain branches all night long so these guys can come in and do that.
Mm.
And We also started as second chance checking for people who did not have great credit. A lot of banks, you couldn't open bank accounts back in the 80s if you had bad accounts with other banks, like charged off.
Right.
So we gave them a chance as well.
So y'all do the second chance for people that have like maybe messed up bank accounts in the past,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Then we also offer CDs. We offer an account that's called a bond account. To me, that's a good account. It's an account that has no overdraft. It's basically for students starting out. They can write no checks off of it because a lot of kids don't understand checks.
Right.
And I have to tell them, when you give somebody a check out of your account, it has your routing and account number on the bottom. You have to be very careful who you trust with that routing and account number nowadays. It's different than it used to be. We have the highest rate in the area on CDs right now. It's only 4%. It's not that high, but
this
it's
kind of
still,
ties in because I don't want to interrupt
but it's still
you.
higher than anywhere else.
So now I have a 7-year-old child, right?
Mhm.
What can I do? Because you're speaking of CD. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what some of this stuff really is. You know what I'm saying?
CD is a certificate of deposit. It's
Okay.
savings.
And so
that
it's
you
a
can't
savings,
touch for a
but you
certain
can't
amount
touch
of
it for
time.
how long?
We have 6-month CDs, 1-year CDs,
Mm-hmm.
8-month CDs, 13-month, 5 years.
So what's the interest rate on that?
They change every week. They can change weekly.
Okay.
Right now, though, it's just different for your different terms. So,
Okay.
like the 3 years, I think 2.75.
Okay.
Your highest one, though, is going to be your 8-month one right now.
So what would be my best option if I was trying to, because like I said, my child's 7, and let's say I'm trying to set him up for his future. You know what I'm saying? To get some savings, to get, you know what I'm saying, some money generated. That's accruing
You
some
want him to
interest.
either have a CD or an interest-bearing savings account
Okay.
that has decent interest on it.
Okay. So which one would you probably recommend more?
I would do the CD because you're going to get a higher return.
Okay. And you said that the CDs, so you said they run from what, 3 to 6 to 3 years?
3 months, 6 months, a year.
Mm-hmm.
Then 2 years, 5 years, and 3 years.
Okay, great.
So they have different years in the CD. So.
That's great.
And you collect more interest in a savings account. A lot of times savings accounts are like 0.10%.
Right, and that's what
Which is
yeah.
some change on
A lot of people aren't
monthly
aware.
savings.
Right.
CDs, you have a monthly return.
Mm-hmm. So it's
So-
definitely better to,
Yes.
instead of just throw it in a savings account to do the
Yes.
CDs.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Right.
But just, you can't touch it. That's
right.
the only
You
thing.
just got to know that you're putting it in
Yeah,
there.
that's the only thing with
yeah.
a lot of people that they don't like the CDs is because you can't touch them.
Yeah.
But
And
that's
I'm
kinda
like, but
how
that's
we-
why
yeah,
you want
yeah,
it to be a
yeah,
CD.
exactly.
Right.
Because the savings account you can still see and transfer from constantly.
Mhm.
So you're not really saving.
Right.
These are personal accounts you're talking about, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
personal individual. This is not nothing about business.
No, we do offer business accounts as well.
Okay.
And business savings as well too, so. But yeah, this is personal accounts.
Yeah, that's, I mean, that's
That
understandable.
sounds good. I mean, it sounds good. Sounds good. Now, as far as your community work, tell us a little bit about that. You know, what do y'all do? You know, as far as community.
So
work?
monthly,
Feed
we
the
have
children, keep
to,
them
well,
hungry?
we have to raise $125 a month
Mhm.
for every month, and that goes to the Mountaineer Food Bank.
That's great.
Oh,
That's
so y'all give that to the Mountaineer Food Bank?
here in
That-
West Virginia. It stays
that
in southern
money?
West Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And every Woodforest does that in West Virginia.
Oh, really?
So we
Mhm.
each have to collect $125 a month per branch, which I think is great.
Right.
And it goes to the Mountaineer Food Bank.
Now, does it always have to go to the net? I'm just kidding.
Well,
I'm
there's
saying,
been a
is
couple
there other
times
places
they
that-
did it
that they-
for
they
the
can-
Woodforest Charitable Foundation
Okay.
when they had a big flood in Texas.
Okay. I see.
We did do it for the Woodforest Charitable Foundation.
Oh, that's great.
I also help do Children's Miracle Network in the Walmart. We raise
Oh,
money
okay,
for
okay,
Children's
okay,
Miracle
okay.
Network
Okay.
with Ed Skaggs, the manager there. I go out, like I said, in the community. We have to do so many hours of financial literacy monthly.
Mhm.
So I go to the older people apartments sometimes, and I set them up in branch, and then I do things like with Dawn
Yeah, yeah, we
in
went
the
down to
community
yeah.
as well. So
And my son loves it.
Yes.
We came here for the camp.
we had so much
Yeah.
fun.
So you know the Toys for Tots, right?
Now we do work with Toys for Tots.
Oh,
She
wow.
called me the other day. She's
Okay.
dropping off a box for me.
Okay.
And
Now,
we're-
what if some of the collectors had a box? You know, to put jeans.
Oh
and
yeah, we
hoodies
could
in?
do that.
If something like that can happen in y'all
Definitely, and I can
facility?
contact all the Walmart employees to tell them to bring their stuff.
See there? There you go. Sound
So
right.
it would really help.
Right.
Like I could put flyers like this in the back.
Oh yeah, this
Right.
flyer here.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, working together to get these resources
really
out here.
I mean, that's what you have to do.
Right,
And
right,
I've learned that a lot more in banking than any other industry
right.
because I see how much money is needed
Right. It is.
per person,
Right.
and how much money is lacking per person
Yes,
right now
you're right.
in the economy that we have.
Right.
So true.
So
It's
far
a
as
scary time
for us
sometimes.
communities, there's no feed the hungry program. I mean, y'all don't have no.
Well, the Woodforest Charitable Foundation is the program, one of the programs,
Right.
but we really do say we do it monthly for the Mountaineer Food
For the
Bank.
Mountaineer Food
Yeah.
Bank.
So it stays in the community.
Right.
So, just to kind of wrap up a little bit. So you're spitting out all this 1980. You going from this to that training. What type of training do you have? Do you get?
Me?
Yourself.
Well, they have management training I had to take. I had to do a six-week course on that.
Okay.
And then I had to get signed off by my regional manager every section, just like a regular teller had to do, starting out. There's many classes I've had to take and complete. We do yearly trainings for policies and procedures with the bank and for Fed policies and procedures as well.
That's what I'm saying.
Because there's federal policies and procedures we have to follow in the banking industry. So we have to do those every quarter.
Good. So before we finish, the new program you have, can you, in about 3 or 4 minutes, can you explain that about the taxes? I know we went over it a little bit, but I really think that's, you
So starting 2026, we'll be considered a VITA location in conjunction with the IRS and with Mountain Heart. VITA stands for Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program. So if you make under $67,000 a year, or you're disabled and you meet those income guidelines, you don't even have to just be disabled. It can just be you under that income guideline. If you get earned income credit as well, we can do your taxes for free. What you'll do is you'll call the branch, you'll set an appointment to come in. We'll do the intake. The intake will take maybe 15, 20 minutes. You bring your paperwork, and then we do the taxes, and then we'll contact you to come back in and sign the paperwork and get them. And we send it off for you. But it's a great, great program. Right now, the only place in Raleigh County right now that's doing it is Mountain Heart. So, and like I said, Schoolfield is helping with his church. So
Good.
Hopefully we'll be the location now.
That's great.
One of the locations for Raleigh County. And that's needed. If anybody ever wants to be a VITA member, just let me know and I can put them in contact.
So you would be actually doing it?
I'll be doing the taxes. Like me and Brandon, my assistant manager, get trained through the IRS.
Right.
To do the taxes for the customers.
See, and I think, on the outside end, I'm thinking, all the things you know about banking. Now you get into taxes. Those are a lot of things, I'm not trying to
no, but
get
it
you out
helps.
of that. But I'm just like, that's a lot of stuff on your resume. Not that you're trying to mean it's really, it sounds like I'm trying, but it's not. But I mean, and this, I don't know. To me, I'm not trying to do this like that, but I mean, it's like, you have a vast amount of knowledge, right? To spread out there, and you do it in the community wise as well. I'm not saying you're not trying to line your pockets up or trying to either, but it's like these things you're going over them like they are, but they're not easy things. But I know they're not easy things in order to acquire the knowledge to get, in order to spit it out to others. It's one thing to have the knowledge, but it's another to spit it out for me to understand it. And that's the thing. And that's why I say, but you've always been like that. But that's why I say when I met you, you've always been that way.
Well, because when I walked into a bank, I didn't want somebody to talk to me like I didn't understand.
Right. I get it.
So I really want the customer to understand.
Right, and I think that's great. That's why I said that.
Because that's the hardest thing in banking.
But that's the thing. That's why kept we're within talk about coming on to give this information, but not stop here. But not only stop here though, but you have things in place to keep that going, even if it wouldn't be here. It ain't about here, right? This is going to Woodforest, reaching out, asking some questions about how I get signed up for these things. But the classes are great as well. You went actually for Sound Mind for the women and was teaching.
That was one of my favorites. I did it weekly,
and they're coming back up as well. So that would be, a good thing too. But that's what we're looking for, this to help, as far as.
And it's needed in the community.
Right. Link people out.
Absolutely.
While that said, like I said, I appreciate you coming. We're not finished. We're just getting ready to go over a couple of things, but Elder McCray kind of came up with something because
that's a very good idea.
Right, it is a good idea. We have on October 11th, we have a season of sharing the Some Collective does here at 345 Prince Street from 1 to 4. We're going to have hoodies and jeans, to give away. I think it might be some shoes too, but not a lot, but just whatever we have as far as that would go. But anybody's invited. Anybody can come up. We'll have food as well. I think maybe chili. I know chili nights this weekend, but we're not. It's not going to be leftover chili, but we're gonna make some more. But still, it's the chili season, I guess, is what we'd say anyway. So we're having that. So it's a hoodie and jeans. We still need donations. You can call me at 304. My name's Don. Call me at 304-894-6867. We'll come out and pick it up. That's the big thing. Also, like I said before, we're gonna maybe ask and see.
Drop them off at the bank.
At the bank, and we'll put some box up there. We'll get a box up there by at least by tomorrow. That you can drop that up. That was a good job. Good job you did. But that's one of the things we're going to do. So we're going to continue to do that and help on that same day. And then I go back. We're Freedom Murphy, Jamal Freedom Murphy. He'll be doing a business credit class here at the at the summit here at 9 to 11, and that's on the 11th. Also, we're doing an outreach at Project Hope that day as well. And I think theirs is from 11 to 2, and we're going to set up a booth there. This is always things to do, but I mean, it's a lot of times when you're in the community, we got to get out there and do it. So that's going to be a credit class we're having for business this time. We had it for personal first, but this one will be for business. And like I said, Jamal Freedom Murphy, he'll be, conducting that as well, and that'll be at 9 a.m. Lastly, this time we got Culture Tees, what I got on now. Shout out to Ant. This is his clothing line. We are partnering together to do a men's group. It's called Iron Sharpens Iron. We're going to start it off this Saturday, October the 4th at 9 a.m. here at the office, 345 Prince Street. Men 18 and up come on, and come. And like I said, Iron Sharpens Iron. We're going to, really kind of get into some issues or some things, to try to, kind of, definitely give us the knowledge we need, and we can carry on. It's free. I mean, it's free, of course, but I'm saying it's not something judgmental or anything like that. Nobody's going to shut you down if you got a different type of, ideology that you're thinking of or anything like that. I mean, it's just really to come together, meeting of the minds, basically come together and just learn and, from each other as well. I think, Ant kind of, talked to me about this as well. So, I mean, when you have people out there that's really, ready to do it, I mean, this is a building. I mean, we pay rent. Let's just use it to things to help others. I mean, as well. I mean, it has nothing to do with the summit only. It's just to help people as well. I mean, and I think, like everybody here does that. All the, guests on, Collective Conversations, they do that as well. We have 2 more coming up this week. We have Tony O. Martin, owner of TR Tax. He'll be on tomorrow. And then we have 2 powerful women coming on, Lana Hurley and Mrs. Murphy, which is Freedom's wife, who actually they're doing a class, and I don't know all about it, but they're doing a class on Sunday for battered women. So she told me her story at a credit class, and I thought it was so good. I mean, I'd like her to get it out and get the information out to others, because there's a lot of people that's suffering from that as well. And it's just one of those things. She was even Christina was even going over some things about a shelter, some things happening at a shelter years ago, and so it's still happening, and we have to protect, our children, try to protect women, we have to protect ourselves as well. But I mean, with the information we have, we'll just spread it out there so everybody can, at least know, and get these things, so we can tackle these issues. This concludes, Collective Conversations. Like I said before, I appreciate you so much. I mean, really, you've been a big help to me. But like I said before, I've learned a lot from you as well. Being definitely more, communicating with the community more as well. I know you dive in there and do a lot. I've seen you at the, at the shop, at the clothing shop before, spending your time. But that's the thing. But when I see that though, it makes me want to do something too. Not to, to mimic what you do, but definitely to, give that. Yeah, of course it is. And I always use that word, inspiring, but it does. When I have certain people on, like all people that do things in the community inspire me, but when I know them personally, it's even better. I mean, because I know that they're doing it for the right reasons, and then, like I said, they're doing it from the heart, not just for a paycheck or whatever. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with getting a paycheck. That's not it. But we have to give back to those who don't have. I mean, that's one of the things we have to do. So I want to thank everybody for attending. Thanks Cindy, Mike, Elder Mike. Thank you all. I mean, thanks Christine for being here. I really done a great job.
Appreciate it. Thank you all very much.
See you again tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Thanks.
Thank you. God bless.